Hello and welcome to Andy Murray back again on the tennis court versus Alexandre Muller, center court in Doha. There we see a couple there. There's only one Andy Murray with the saltire flying. Gotta love that. Gotta love the flags in the crowd. Welcome everyone. It's funny they don't have the graphics up yet for the for the logos for the tournament or for ATP. It's bizarre. It just says it has like a JPEG clip art thing. There's competition logo and then season logo. Just gotta we gotta trust it. We're watching the Doha Open here. Who knows? Who knows? Andy Murray going to serve first. Back more tennis. Always fun to see more tennis. There's some crazy police sirens going in the background there. Who knows what's going on? Andy Murray serving first. Forehand from Muller. Backhand now, Muller to the backhand of Andy Murray. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Murray to the forehand Muller. Forehand Andy. Forehand of Muller to the forehand of Andy. Forehand of Muller. Get used to these kind of rallies. Backhand to the forehand. It's the first point of the match. Already gone past 20 shots, I think. Backhand to backhand. Forehand of Andy. It's in. Forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy now. Can't quite get enough angle on that forehand. The slice is not very good there. Into the net. Muller wins the first point. Long rally, that one. Hey, there we see tartan hat there in the crowd. Love to see it. A lot of Scots watching. Andy Murray's not had a win so far this year. Losing first round Dimitrov, who ended up winning Brisbane, then lost first round Australian Open to Echeverry, made the third round of Australia, losing to Djokovic. Then Benoit Paire in Montpellier is not a good loss there, losing from a set-up. And Thomas Mahatch a couple weeks ago in Marseille in straight sets in the first round. So Andy has not had a good start to the year, that's for sure. And this is coming off the back of, you got one win in Basel, but apart from that, 7, 8, 9, one win out of the last 9 matches played, going back to last season. So it's been a rough spell for sure for Andy. Forehands in from Muller. Now he has the advantage. Andy defending with a backhand. Is he going to land in? It is. Forehand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller is wide. Good defensive hustle from Andy Murray there. 40-15. There's a scoreboard. Hopefully better for your eyes to see. Andy, 2 game points. Opening game of the match. Forehand now. Ooh. Inside the court, inside the service box. He tried on that forehand to get some topspin on it. He just completely mishit it. Let's see this again. Yeah, just frame. That's going to be frustrating. Would have sent a message, Clean kill on that forehand just to end the game to 15, but still game point. Serve out wide is into the net. And Andy gets the game to 30. First round in Doha. Welcome. We got With the Ban from Twitch. Come on, Andy, in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you in here. Thank you for streaming. No problem. It's fun as well. I've not heard this very often. Normally, Andy's introduced as from Great Britain, but this time they introduced him as from Scotland. I mean, that got me excited a bit for the match, even though, Andy's prospects, he did just lose, um, back-to-back matches. No, not back-to-back matches. He lost to Benoit Paire, who's a Frenchman. But, that's just, got me in a good mood, so Muller serving now. Press love, you can shorten to ban. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you can shorten to ban, okay. Call you ban, okay. I thought you were banned from something. We got Miguel from Facebook, welcome. Windows, Andy Murray. So have some predictions in the chat. Who do you think is gonna win the match? Have these two played before is the question. Murray, Muller. It's gonna come up with some like kinda rice pudding advert or something. I don't think they have played before. Muller has mostly played on the challenger circuit. We can hope. We can hope, man. Backhand Andy, backhand to Muller, backhand Andy, backhand Muller, backhand slice Andy to the backhand of Muller, backhand Andy, backhand Muller, backhand slice Andy's a good slice there. Now another slice, but this one's just to keep himself in the point. Drop shot. Ooh. Just takes a little nick off the net on the way, but maybe not enough to apologize. Muller drop shotting off the slice there. Maybe he thought it was going over regardless. First serve into the net from Muller. We got MJ in the chat, welcome. Backhand, forehand of Andy, forehand of Muller on the stretch. Now the forehand of Andy, cross court of forehand of Muller is long. So, no clean game to love to start for Alexandre Muller. Let's see how he started the year. He's already played quite a few matches considering he came through qualifying in Auckland. So he has a few wins so far in the year. Good return from Andy, gets the forehand wide from Muller. 40-30. So Muller did come through qualifying, beating Lestien, final round of qualifying in Auckland before beating Bonzi Cerundolo. Decent back-to-back wins there to get to the quarterfinal in Auckland. Forehand of Andy on the stretch and just running everywhere. Forehand slice, forehand of Andy. Miller's already got a very kind of slicey game. You can see his Frenchness, you know, but Andy takes it early from the air and hits a forehand winner. Come on. He is French. He is a French man. Losing Taro Daniel in 3 sets in that quarterfinal, so not an awful loss. And not an awful loss as well, in first round of Australia. 5-set loss to Hugo Grenier. Grenier is a decent player as well. Maybe similar kind of level. Not an awful loss. 5-setter. Ooh. Muller has gone from 40 love to now a double fault, meaning breakpoint Andy Murray all of a sudden in this opening game. Opening service game for Muller has gone from perfect to potentially disastrous. Forehand to backhand. Backhand Muller. Cross court to the backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Into the open court for a winner. And look at that from 40 love down. Andy gets the break in the opening game. That's what we're talking about. That's a start. That's a statement. Backhand winner taken into the open court. 9 minutes to this match. Andy gets the early break up to love. So, yeah, already got 7 matches won in the year, Muller, and none of them in challengers. Lost first round challenger in Canberra. Guess 4 of them are in qualifying, but for the majority of those qualifying matches, he's playing tour level players, so good wins regardless. This is got to be the start of something for Andy because you just cannot start a year 0-5. It doesn't work. Good rally there. Andy getting good spin on that forehand. Oh, he feels his knee there after that point. Don't like the look of that. Don't hold your knee, Andy. Stop. You showed 4 replays of it. Grimacing about something. Ooh, hope he's okay. 15 love. Do I play tennis? Asks the guy before. Sorry, I forgot to respond. I have what racket do I have? I think I have a head racket. I don't know what kind of racket it is. I do play tennis. I just came back from tennis last night, actually. Rushing back to stream this match. So, yeah, I mean, if they're willing to sponsor me, I'm all ears. I will shill all your products. Any head employees in the chat, get to the QualityShot business email immediately, please. Again, Andy's grimacing after winning a point, shaking his head. Dear, hope he's okay. Misses the first serve by quite a while there. Hoping Andy gets the win here, but thing is, you just don't know how built for endurance Andy Murray is anymore. So many hardships, and he's shaking his head a bit too much, I think. It's not like a normal angry Andy Murray, it's like a just despondent kind of. Let's see here. Can you respond? Get the game won, maybe see the physio at the changeover. Oh, that's a good serve, that's a good serve. Needs the serve to be good if he's feeling it a little bit physically. Needs that serve to be popping, and that was lovely bend down the tee for an ace. Hey, welcome, Cedric. Welcome, welcome. Maybe not a medical timeout, just a medical checkup, maybe. You can do those, in the change of ends as long as it's under a minute and a half. Is it a minute and a half they have? I don't remember. Something like that. Serve out wide to the forehand, and Andy gets the game. Up 3 love, but he was feeling his knee a bit, grimacing. He's feeling his knee again, grimacing. Let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he's okay. I think Andy's turned down the physio? Not sure. Our match is going on right now as well, by the way. I think the physio is coming. There's other matches going on. There's a 1,000 event on the women's side in Dubai. Swiatek's playing Sloane Stephens, and she's down a break to Sloane Stephens. Sloane Stephens up 3-2. But, reminder, she was look at that. A fan, got a few selfies of Andy. Swiatek was down a double break to Rybakina in, I think it must have been a double break, right? In that final in Doha, and then came back to win the set. So anything's possible with Swiatek, and she's immediately got break-back points, 15-40. Pliskova as well, by the way. I mean, she's had an incredible few weeks. She just didn't have enough in the tank for the semi-final in Doha, but she won a tournament before that and won a match pretty much within like 14 hours, the first round in Doha. It was crazy. Talking about a large cyst, Andy Murray. As soon as I started moving first and second point, it was painful. That's not good words to hear. Dear, hope he's okay. HB physio doing their job. Really hope he's okay. The last thing he needs right now is another setback. I don't really like playing with tape, says Andy. Medical think medical timeout's been called. Oh dear. As Fionte gets back on serve, 3-0 against Sloane Stephens. Trying to hear what Andy's saying. I think it's something. It's it's about a cyst flowing down his leg and fluids and stuff. Doesn't sound nice at all. Doesn't sound nice at all. Hey, Lalisa, welcome. I'm from Scotland. Jerome, I don't know. Andy was saying, well, the last game, he's been kind of grimacing after long rallies, and that's kind of part of the course, but it's a different grimace. He was holding his knee, and yeah, didn't look didn't look too good. He's now with the physio on a medical timeout with the change of ends, and he's talking about a cyst, and he's saying he was in pain as soon as he moved on court, first couple points. So it's not looking great. Just really hope it's nothing serious. If he has to, I mean, obviously you don't want him to retire, but from the match, we'd rather he retire than aggravate something and make it worse. I'm from Scotland, the country of the haggis and Glasgow and Edinburgh and um, Kevin Bridges. We got Ben Nevis. He's not retired from the match yet. He's at a medical timeout. But I do worry. I do worry. Like Muller's gonna get some tennis balls to just get some serves, keep himself fresh, I think. Or is he gonna talk to his team? Not sure. Would he recommend visiting in Scotland? 1 minute remaining in the medical timeout. Where would I recommend? Um, I mean, there's loads of different nice places. I think everywhere is pretty nice in the sun, you know? But, oh, where would I recommend? Um, if you're if you're a big cycler, there's a little island, just west of Largs called Cumbrae. and, people that's a popular spot for people to cycle around the island and essentially see the views, see the mainland. You can cycle around the island in like, a couple I think an hour and a half, 2 hours or something. Uh, very, very nice. And there's a little seaside town called Millport. When you get to the kind of finish line of cycling, you can have fish and chips, and yeah, it's really, really nice, little day trip ferry to Cambrai. And he wins the opening point at love 3. They have to if he is injured, he's gonna wanna win, quickly, short points and stuff. Any good cliff views? Well, close by to Cambrai, there's another island, nearby on that west coast, area. Ooh, double fault from Muller, so Andy's staring down the barrel of a double break somehow. Uh, I mean, even though he's not feeling great, Miller's not playing well. Um, so near there, Ban, I think you can get there from Ardrossan Harbour, I think. There's island called Arran, and they've got mountains, the biggest being Goat Fell, which, is a nice view from the top there. Um, a nice mountain. Thinking of cliffs, I can't think of too many cliffs, but that comes to mind. I mean, obviously, there's more kind of remote places, higher to the northwest in, the Hebrides and stuff. Oh, Andy Murray, backhand winner. Goat fell, like Andy Murray, if he fell over, goat fell. Forehand movement didn't look good there, Andy, but still got a break point here. I'm not that, I don't know that much about everywhere. I've really not traveled a lot in Scotland. Um, welcome, Sam. Welcome to the chat. So it's Cumbria, um, Aaron, Goatfell. Hey, Brian, welcome. Actually planning to visit Scotland this summer. Edinburgh, Inverness, Isle of Skye, Oban, Fort Augustus. Never heard of Fort Augustus before. Oban's really nice. If you're a good walker, there's some good places to go in Oban. Oh, nice get from Alexandre Muller. And from 1540 down, now at advantage. No problem, no problem. Yeah, loads of time, Muller. Loads of time. Every year, Sam, every year. We all hope the same thing. Nice. Andy coming forward, putting away the volley. He doesn't come out for tourists, Nessie. She doesn't like you. Only the locals of Inverness get to see her. Oh, Andy just keeping himself in the points, staying in that forehand corner lob. Ah, not quite. So the place in Oban is kind of like There's a really good fish and chip shop in the town, but I'm thinking correctly. There's like loads of stairs, loads of steps. You get up. It's kind of like not the Colosseum, but like it's there's like a circular kind of arena thing at the top of a really tall hill. Great views from there. Obviously, it's likely to be raining, being North Scotland and stuff, but it is really nice. Backhand, backhand slice, good backhand from Andy. Keeps himself in the game, hunting for that double break. I think Andy in three. Andy in three, if he doesn't retire from the match, and injuries don't get in the way, which is possible. Backhand, Andy somehow is there, but can't keep it in. Can't keep it in. Chips and fish and chips is like basically like French fries. Well, chips are it's like what you'd call I don't know, oven fries or like large cut or something. Um they're wider, they're bigger, like it's like potato wedges, but not. It's like enlarged kind of it's hard to I mean, it is basically good potato, yummy potato. Oh, Muller making a run for it again. Puts away the backhand, fair enough. Murray was really fighting to win that point, but the net cord did get in the way. Still, a really good get from Muller on the backhand and stays a single breakdown. Andy called the medical timeout before. Problem, I think he has a cyst in his leg, and his knee was feeling sore, and yeah, that was love three. Nice serve out wide from Andy. 15 love needs the serve to be working. Hey Gina, welcome. Hi there, new subscriber here as you're streaming Andy's match, watching from Italy, but born and bred in Scotland. Thank you very much for joining us. Of course, covering Andy Murray, you've got to. It's not been a good start to the year for him, but gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere. And of course, he made the final here last year, I think. Was it the final, losing to Medvedev? Am I getting that correct? So, good memories. Good memories. Backhand to backhand. Forehand of Andy. Oh, just can't quite hook it in there and 50-0. Frustrated slice into the net there. There we see the Qatari, what's his name? Don't remember his name, but he owns PSG and he used to be a tennis player um, and runs this tournament as well. Rain and rain, wind, and a handful of days of sun a year. Loads. I mean, the rain and the wind combine. That's Scotland. Oh, oh, nice volley! Wow, Miller was doing very well defensively. Andy was keeping it low on the forehand, forcing the slice, but then Andy has to pull out a nice volley there for a winner. Serves into the net. 30-15. Second serve. Looking at the Świątek Stevens match now. Stevens is serving at 4-5 to stay in the first set. Pliskova serving at 4-5 to stay in the set against Ashlyn Kruger, the American. Forehand to forehand. Backhand slice Andy. Backhand of Muller. Backhand to forehand. Forehand Andy. Forehand of Muller to the backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Dropped it short Andy and is going to pay the price here. Puts away the easy overhead. Andy dropped it short. Muller took it early and that's all she wrote. 30. Oh, I think is that the physio? Who is waiting in the wings at the entrance? Who knows? I think Murray says he's been playing great in practice. What do you think is causing him to fall short in match play? I don't know. I don't know. The match in Australia I didn't watch because it was too early in the morning. Um, as for, I mean, thing is with Andy, this was always the problem with the injuries. Celebrating there, he needed that point to 30-all. Backhand return into the net, 40-30. He just doesn't have that easy weapon like some other guys, some other of the really top elite players of the last 15 years had when they were returning from injuries. And he hasn't got that huge serve. He hasn't got, in combination, the forehand and back. Like, his weapon was how consistent he was from the back of the court and his return. And your return being your biggest weapon is not really doesn't really bypass injuries that well. It's always gonna be hard consistency when you just don't have the big weapons, like a Raonic coming back from injury. He can just bomb serves and forehands. Murray's gotta do it the hard way basically every point. That's how I see it. With the rare, um, free point in the serve, but that's it. Good serve from Andy, deuce. Up the tee, gets to advantage. Yeah, had to retire in that match against Yannick. Really sad for Raonic. Um, just seems like whenever he's in a bit of vein of form, just body's failing him. Last few years, he's tried to come back last year. It's too difficult, really. Clips the net a bit and deviates the slice of Muller. Andy gets the hold. Had to fight for it, and he's up 4-1. He's up 4-1. He made a final last year in Hamburg, ATP 500 final. You know, Stan Wawrinka is not no. There's no way he's completely out of it yet. That's the thing with Stan Wawrinka in comparison to Andy Murray. He's got the huge weapons. He's got the huge weapons, and I think that gives him more of a chance to have a good week, have a good tournament, build those opponents, get to a final, go on a run. Um, it lends that opportunity more often. And he's obviously, I mean, extremely talented and a genius when it comes to his tennis mind, but there's only so much you can do when you're having to really battle from the behind the court basically every every 2 or 3 points, you know? It's really tough. So I said Andy in 3, I think. I think it's he's too kind of he's too not rusty, but just in bad vein of form. I just don't have confidence for him to close it in straight. So I'm saying Andy in 3. Someone was asking about Nick. I have no idea. Um, he's kind of cryptic on his Instagram about everything. You try and read into it, but you just can't. Slice approach, backhand lob. Oh, nice backhand smash from Andy Murray. Puts it away. Love 15. Going for the double break once again. Very, very nicely watched that high backhand. Forehand must have just been on the baseline. Ah, but the next forehand, he tries to build on it, goes long. That could have been love 30. That could have been another big chance, but Muller kind of gets away with that. 15-0. It's definitely different to the. I've heard the USTA is kind of it's all about the serve and forehand. That's the key. Oh, lovely volley. Andy's surely going to win the point. What touch to drop it that short. I didn't think it was in for a second. Very good touch from Andy. Oh, cat and mouse tennis there. Let's see this again. Forehand, and then his backhand dropped so short. Puts it away into the open court for a winner. 15-30. It's definitely repeated over and over about being solid. It's less about going for your shots like a lot of other tennis countries are. Obviously, the serve is important as well, but minimizing unforced errors seems to be the priority. As Swiatek, by the way, did take the first set from down a break, broke at 4-5. Oh, what forehand from Muller on the third ball. Really took that early. Very good stuff. Such a whippy forehand. So much topspin on that. And puts it away for a winner, 40-30. Swiatek down 3 break points opening game of the second set, though. So she's really not finding it easy first match in Dubai. I mean, she did just win Doha. But this is not quite the 6-1, 6-1 she had first round in Doha, but that is more comfortable for her. I mean, she's 3-time defending champion now. Backhand long from Muller, so deuce in this 1-4 game. Hey, welcome, Jean. Welcome. Good to see you here in the chat. That's probably why as well. Of course, Iga better on a slower hard court. More susceptible to being rushed on these faster ones. You see her losing to Ostapenko, for example, in Dubai. I think it was Ostapenko. Backhand to the net from Muller. So breakpoint Andy had 2 breakpoints. Love 3 in the last service game. Can he get a double break this time? Potentially get a breadstick. Who knows? That would be good. Considering injury concerns earlier in the set. Forehand pass. He's made it. Little whip forehand there on the pass. Muller can't reach it. Clean winner. Andy gets the double break. He will serve at 5-1. Someone in the crowd there. She's just as hyped as me. Lovely little banana forehand, just bending it in up the line. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, back-to-back 1,000 events is pretty crazy. And you see, um, in Monte Carlo, Madrid, Rome, it's difficult for people, especially if they play Monte Carlo, skip Barcelona and stuff, and then they play Madrid. It's just completely polar opposite conditions. Monte Carlo, slowest clay court, I think, on tour, probably. And then Madrid is probably the most high bouncing clay court. Maybe there's one in South America. Maybe the one in Gstaad is higher bouncing, but it's definitely just polar opposite conditions. There's the backhand away, Andy, for a winner. 30 love. Wow, Iga Świątek saved a few break points. Opening game of the second set from love 40 down. It's now deuce. Meanwhile, Pliskova Kruger. Pliskova serving to stay in the set again at 5-6. Some interesting matches going on in Dubai. Big serve from Andy, but lands just in. Andy's striking the ball well. Ah, just misses the forehand. Just about misses the forehand, though. 30-15. Really wanted that 40 love there. Still 2 points away from a convincing first set. First serve into the net. I've been winning a whole lot of sets, Andy Murray. You got to remember that. He's won 2 sets all year. And both times he lost the match. So let's see how he closes out this first set. Forehand into the net. 30 all. Both times he's up a set. He lost in 3 to Dimitrov and Benoit Paire. Dimitrov, you can kind of excuse it. He's won the tournament after that, but Benoit Paire loss. I mean, that's going to leave a mark, even though it's in France. I think that was Benoit Paire's first win in a long, long time on ATP level. First serve into the net. Forehand. Backhand of Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Backhand Muller. Big point here. I mean, it's 5-1 still, but momentum could be changed massively. Good defensive work from Andy. Now the forehands. Forehand of Muller. Backhand of Andy into the nets. Break back point for Muller. Get one of the breaks back. He's got 1 point to do it. It's very interesting loss to Vekic. 6-3, 6 love those last 2 sets. Losing in 3. I think the ball can really just go past you. I mean, that's obviously, I mean, what kind of statement's that? But Andy comes to net, puts away the volley. Nice net play there from Andy. Forcing the passing shot. Does well. It's not like the backhand was amazing, but just trusting his net abilities. He's got handy hands on him. The match can really pass you by if you're not at your top level. If someone's just redlining, set can go in like 20 minutes. Those are these kind of conditions. Nice overhead from Andy. It's now set point for the Scot. As Świątek holds a big opening game in the second set. Kruger has set point against Pliskova. Set point Andy Murray in Doha. First serve into the net. Welcome, Sean. Welcome, Sean, to the chat. Good to see you here. Backhand. Forehand of Andy Murray to the forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Yeah, good forehand from Muller. Got him off the court. And for an unforced error, deuce. Pliskova saves the set point. Trying to survive in this first set at 5-6, serving. Long old match there. Hey, welcome, Vazan. Like and subscribe indeed. Like and subscribe. Big serve from Andy. Overhead from behind the service box. Took it on pretty well there. Straight into Muller, but a lot of spin on that and hard to control. Set point number 2. How is Murray's knee? Asks Breno. He's not shown too many signs of pain since that. It's good to see. He refused to get tape on his knee at the medical timeout. Set point number 2. Forehand Muller gets it back. Forehand Andy. Backhand slice Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Is very killer slice. Andy gets the breadstick in the first set. That's how you respond. Losing 4 matches in a row. And he wins the first set in a breadstick. Very good. First baked good of the year. And trying to look at the first time he's not got a 6-1 or 6-love set since Toronto. So this shows you how rare these kind of sets are for Andy. So often goes to I mean, the depths of a set, like a 7-6, a 7-5, even when he's up a break, he'll go to like insanity levels for his fans to win it, but luckily just kills it off. That double break. Really fought hard to win that set, and deservedly so is 6-1. I think Muller, I mean, he did fight, but quite a lot of sloppiness when Andy was just kind of not feeling great with his knee, just kind of let him back into control of the set. And that's what happens. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Just have a little break in between the sets. Andy Murray wins the first set 6-1. Drop your predictions in for the second set. Welcome back. Second set in Qatar. Alexandre Muller serving first this time. Wins the opening point of a forehand winner, 15 love. Here we go. 15 love for Muller. Yeah, that was so, so good, wasn't it? How he got across the ball there. It was dream slice. I mean, perfect. Let's go, Andy. Go, Andy. Do hope Andy can continue playing well in that first set for sure. Bit of assistance from Muller, maybe. I mean, for sure, bit of assistance, but he's got to do his part as well. Forehand to forehand. Backhand slice, Andy Murray. Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was on the baseline. Andy thinks it was too, but I think there's no line judges. So it doesn't really matter what we think. Oh, has he made it? Wow. Just about in. Serve out wide from Muller for an ace, and it's 40-15. Let's see, can he hold the opening game? Get his only his second hold in 4 or 5 games? And he does. Hold to 15 for Alexandre Muller, the Frenchman. First game in the second set. Hey, Jake, welcome back. Nice to see you again as well. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope Andy can close out in straight sets. I did say Andy in 3. Let's just see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Andy serving at love 1. Forehand is wide from Muller. 15 love, Andy. 15 love for Andy. Serves the forehand. Now the forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand Andy. Cross court to the forehand Muller, but it clips the net. Goes wide. 15-0. Second serve to the forehand Muller. Forehand Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy keeps it in. Now on the chase. Backhand pass. Good backhand. And Muller can't dig out the backhand volley. Some delay going on with the ball kid. Here we go, Andy. Here we go. Second serve at 30-15. Double fault from Andy. 30-all. Not what you want. Not what you want. 30 all. Can he respond here with better serve? Let's see. Dumps it into the net. 30 all. Second serve. Pressure mounting now for sure. Needs to find a decent second serve here. At least in, Muller's not in too much of an attacking position. Forehand of Andy, backhand of Muller, backhand Andy, backhand Muller, forehand of Andy, backhand Muller, backhand of Andy, backhand Muller, backhand slice of Andy, keeps it into the forehand of Muller, forehand of Andy, forehand Muller, forehand of Andy, in, forehand of Andy now, just trying to pepper the forehand of Muller, but Muller is absorbing it all. Keeps it in again, Andy. He's just attacking. Surely wins the point. Forehand pass. Oh my gosh. Muller was running everything down. That would have been a brutal point to lose for Andy Murray. Slight chance of the forehand pass, but couldn't do it. Could not do it. Yeah. Had to be kind of slap shot. Hope. Didn't work out. Here we go. 40-30. Andy mistiming the ball toss. 40-30. Goes huge out wide, but it is called out again. Another second serve to contend with here. Muller has not been attacking many second serves, but Andy did hit a double fault earlier in the game. Not this time. Forehand. Good return from Muller this time. Goes up the net though. Now in defensive mode, Muller. Forehand. Forehand Andy. Forehand Muller. Into the net. Andy gets the game. 1-all. Gets the game. Come on. Come on him here, says Andy's coach. That's what you want to hear, as Kruger has won the first set against Pliskova in a tiebreaker. All that to lose it in a tiebreaker. Pliskova saved set points at 5-6. Such a good couple weeks. It's just a step too far. A third deep run in a row. I mean, that would be big. His first tournament win in a couple years, I think, Pliskova. Considering she's former world number one, that was a big drought. Muller is really having to fight for this point, and Andy wins it in the end. Another one of those Andy points who you're just wondering how he's still in it. Miller's been kind of playing the Andy Murray role for most of this match, retrieving balls left to right. This time a classic Andy Murray point. Muller can't keep the forehand in the end, and love 15. Just about long, Muller. Love 15 second serve. As Sloane Stevens Świątek 3 holds in a row in second set. Backhand to backhand. Forehand. Backhand of Andy. Backhand Alexandre to the forehand of Andy. Keeps it in. No, he doesn't. Just wide. 15-0. Andy is exhausted. Come on, Andy, says his coach. The conditions are taxing for sure. Full sweat. Andy can't get the next point. Returning to the net, 30-15. Backhand slice. Forehand inside out. Good from Andy, and now volley. Oh, what a volley from Andy Murray cross court. That's top quality. That's top quality. First the forehand, inside out. I mean, it's good enough. And then coming in, lovely volley. I wasn't sure if he was gonna wait for the ball to bounce, but really came into the net quick there. So, so good. Backhand to backhand slice. Backhand Muller to the forehand of Andy. That's a bit of a tired forehand there. Into the net. Didn't get enough spin on that. Didn't get enough margin. Game point for Muller. Hour through this match already. How much time in total is left? I don't know, Andy. Tennis matches don't have a end date or no. There's no curfews in Doha. It's not for this match. For Muller, can Andy get 2 more aces? Yeah, Andy can get 2 more aces in the match. I think that's a safe bet. Obviously, gamble responsibly. I'm not a licensed betting advisor. Knowing Andy Murray, I mean, I would not, I would not bet on the match being under 2 hours. Put it that way. But it might be. It might be. First serve from Muller is out. Second serve at deuce. Will Andy get a look at a break point here? Can he seize the moment? Backhand slice is so loose there. Very loose slice. It's just never coming back in. And it's another game point for the Frenchman. Forehand, backhand. Andy Murray gets it, but oh, the volley wasn't great. The second volley was. Muller gets the game. Another hold, getting some valuable confidence holds early in this second set. And does more than he can the first. 2 holds. Good stuff for the Frenchman. And he probably missed the boat a little bit in that previous point. Not getting a chance to break. And also that point, not doing enough on that backhand. Volley wasn't good from Muller. A high backhand volley. And he could not rip it. Gonna get punished. Going to get punished. So Andy Murray serving after the change of ends. Serving after the change of ends. Here we go. Here we go, Andy. Here we go. Says the crowd. I want to see him come to life. Good match so far. Whether he can keep it consistent. You know, he's lost 2 matches this year from a setup. Wants to get his first win on the board. First serve out. He needs to keep these first serves more in. Amount of second serves. Going to be playing longer rallies, and if Andy's Stamina, I mean, he obviously works hard, but age does catch up with you. People walking about in the boxes, sit down. Not the time on Andy's second serve. I mean, that's probably the worst time. He gets the first serve in. Forehand to forehand. Forehand Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand Andy. Backhand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Muller's really hitting the ball hard. Really hitting the ball hard, and he's come from this changeover re-energized and really going for his shots. Love 15. Some huge strikes of the ball there. Serves to the forehand now. Andy to Muller. Forehand, not good from Andy. He's pulled out wide. He just couldn't get it back in. It's love 30 for Muller. Muller, I mean, I don't think he's even had a break point in the match. Here we are. Love 30. Big chance for him to get a foothold in this second set. Serve out wide. Good serve out wide from Andy. Good serve out wide. 15-30. Needed that point. Now needs to build on that. Find some first serves. Lost the first serve at love 15, but can't think about that. You got to just commit fully to the serve. Good serve out wide, but Muller gets it back. Backhand to backhand. Oh, it's just too good for Muller. Up the line. 15-40. 2 break points for the Frenchman. 2 break points. Barely got a sniff in the first set, and now seizing his moment in the second. 15-40. Can he get the breaker serve? And he hits the first into the net. It's going to hurt. Second serve. Backhand Muller. Forehand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Muller is definitely more aggressive in this return game. Backhand keeps it in Andy. Backhand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Long. Ooh. Andy can breathe a little bit. Muller is really hitting the ball with conviction right now. Closer to the baseline. Things are happening for the Frenchman. And he's got to withhold the pressure. Withstand the pressure. Second break point. Misses the first serve again. Second serve for Murray. Serves. Forehand of Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Cross court. It's too good. Clean winner for Andy. Saves both break points. I remember correctly. He had a break point at 5-1. But apart from that, he's not had a break point until this game, Muller. Three break points saved now from Andy. Nicolaus back in the chat. Welcome. You got Matthew De Souza in the chat as well. No, we can't have another 3-set battle. Andy thinks the same, I think. Oh, very close let. Very, very close let. Deuce, 1-2. First serve. Can he hit a good one? That was a slider out wide. It was very close. Another slider comes in with a serve and volley, and he puts it away. My second serve, sorry. That's even more impressive than if he came serve and volley, second serve. Good second serve as well, if it was a second serve. Here we go. Advantage Andy. Serves the forehand Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand Andy. Forehand of Muller is a winner. Saves the game point. It's now deuce. 1-2 deuce. Needs to hang on, Andy. Feel like one good hold here, it can dent the confidence. Muller's really fighting in this game. Okay. Serves the forehand Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. Down the middle to the backhand of Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller to the forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Cross court to the forehand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Keeps it in. Forehand of Muller to the backhand drop shot of Andy. It's good. What a drop shot, Andy Murray. First drop shot of the match. That's a good one. Goodness sake. What a drop shot. These again. Forehand. Andy just, oh, so precise. Almost going horizontally at the end. That's how much side spin was on it. Come on. Very good. Very, very, very good. And that's how you close out a game, saving 2 break points. An ace up the tee. Andy Murray, big hold in this second set. Gets the 2-0. Talking of break points, Świątek at 2-3 has break point. Had 2 break points for Sloane Stephens now. Has 1 remaining at 30-40. Muller still with his attacking mindset. Drive volley winner. Sees again. Jump backhand drive volley winner as well. For a winner, 15 love. There's a good serve as well. Up the tee, 30 love. Doesn't come back. Serve out wide. Andy gets it back. Forehand. Backhand slice. Forehand drop shot of Muller. And that's a good drop shot as well. Muller is definitely a different player in this second set than he was the first. This is a more confident Muller. Come out of his shell. There's the ace to close out the game to love. Not seen too many games to love, but that's convincing for Muller. Especially after not taking those break points. Come out again in the last game before the changeover and just completely attack every single ball. Game to love, that's very impressive. Andy will have to serve at 2-3. Hey, we see that's an umpire in the crowd there. Interesting. Trying to see what Muller's sponsors are on his sleeve. Andy will win in two. Hope so. Hope so, Nicholas. Hope so. Nikolaus. Here we go. Andy serving at 2-3. Should all the former champions there, I think. Maybe not. Maybe just tennis players. Some big names there. Stefan Edberg, Boris Becker. He definitely needs this one. He's got to start the season. Just start it again. Use this as a starting off point, you know? May not have done well in Australia, but now just even just one win. Just wants a couple wins before going to the Sunshine Double, and that's a nice forehand pass from Andy Murray to start this 2-3 game. Needed that. Look at this forehand pass. Lovely spin. Lovely angle. It's that ball rolling. Great serve out wide. Oh, just called out. Nice serve. The backhand slice from Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Andy. The backhand slice Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand of Muller. Into the net. 30 love. Little bit of respite. Not going down love 30 in this game. Definitely prefer to be up 30 love. Here we go. Serve the backhand. Backhand Andy. Very good return from Muller. Very deep. Drop shot from Muller. It's too good. Just completely pulls the brakes on that ball. Andy was not interested there. Let's see this again. Not interested in chasing that down. Maybe just conserving energy. Not too much chance of getting it. Serve out wide is called an out. 15 second serve. Hands. Forehand of Andy. Backhand of Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Forehand Muller. Backhand Andy into the net. He just rushed that a little bit. 30. Love becomes 30 all. And now the pressure's back on. Still 2 points away from 3 all. Making some errors. Andy serves on the deuce side. Great serve from Andy Murray. 30 all. He needed that first serve. Completely did. Muller was not predicting the tee, and that is a glorious serve at 30 all. Just what he needed. Just what he needed. Just in time. 40-30 game point for Andy Murray for 3-all in the second set. Forehand, backhand of Muller, forehand Andy, forehand Muller, overspins it, 3-all in the second set. Come on. Come on, Andy. What we are talking about. Be ready for him to come at you early, says Andy's coach. You're doing well, mate. Yeah, that's kind of been the story the last few games. Muller's been really attacking everything. Gotta respect it. Going for his shots, but Andy, he's a very good defensive player when he wants to be, and he's gotta bring that out. Forehand air from Muller, kind of huge swing of the ball. That was either being dumped into the net or going 100 miles an hour for a winner. Could you give us some more Tsitsipas match? As you know, Steph is back in Los Cabos. We'll see, we'll see. Not sure what time that'll be on. Of course, Los Cabos, Mexico. Could be difficult time zone wise. I'll have a look for you, Nikolaus. Backhand long from Andy. 15-0. Stevens, by the way, is holding on. Saved that game and now serving at 3-4 in the second set. Giving a good account of herself, you'd say, against the world number one. No doubt. Pliskova's bounced back against Kruger very strongly. Good return from Andy. Forehand. Muller is way behind the court and can't get that back. A 6-3 set from Pliskova. Going to a third to continue your big run last few weeks. Sharp again. It's good stuff. Come on, says Andy's coaches. 15-30. That's not a good return from Andy. 15-30. Just mishit that forehand return. Not the time. Not the time or the place. That kind of error. There's a chance for some break points there. Not to be. Forehands. One of Muller into the net, and it is break point Andy Murray. 30-40. 3-0. Break point for the Scot. Come on. The chance for Andy Murray. Been under it the last few games. Can he get the break in the second? First serve into the net. Second serve, backhand of Andy. Backhand of Muller. Backhand of Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Backhand slice of Andy. It's in. Backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Through the middle of the court to the forehand of Muller. Forehand to forehand. Forehand Andy. Down the middle to backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Backhand slice Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand of Muller. Andy is in. Puts away the forehand for a winner. That's a great constructed point from the Scot to get the break of serve. 7th game of the second set. That is how you do it. Beautifully controlled on the forehand, you gotta say. Off that Muller slice, getting it cross court, getting Muller way off the court and drawing the short ball, putting away the next forehand. Clinical stuff, and that's what Murray does at his best. Now 2 holds away, 2 games away from the straight set win, Andy Murray, up a break. I'll have a look for you when the Tsitsipas match is. Might be early in the morning, who knows? Um, hey. Let's see. Tsitsipas, where are you, Tsitsipas? Don't think he's playing yet. Tomorrow, early in the morning today. Might play on Thursday, first round. It's crazy people could play first round of a 250 on a Thursday. That just seems like they have 4 days of the 7 playing a tournament that is a week long. I mean, seems bizarre to me. Guess that's how these things happen. If you have a bye. Yeah, plays on Thursday at some point. Crazy. Here we go. Andy Murray serving at 4-3 to get within a game of his first win on tour this year. That's how big this is. Big moments. The hot pink frame being delayed by something. Second serve here, 4-3. Backhand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Comes in. Doesn't need to play a volley though. Good forehand. Well struck. 15 love. Let's go, Andy. Let's go. 2 games away. Big crunch on that first serve, but into the net. Yeah, crazy stat, but it does make sense if you think about the history of tennis. Pretty much everyone was a single-handed backhand at one point, and more two-handed backhands came in. But there's still always a two-handed a single-handed backhand there, even if it's someone like Sampras or someone that's all about the forehand and the serve and everything. You still play with a slice. Very historic kind of moment. Oh, good return from Muller. You got to say, keeping Andy honest there. Can't serve and volley every time. Cracking return there, just rushing him completely. Here we go, 30-15. Serves good. Now the forehand is also good. Andy's getting some crunch on these first couple balls, you gotta say. Serve and forehand's been working the last few games. Yeah, it's the running trend these last couple decades. The last bastions of the one-handed backhands. People like Federer, Wawrinka team. Gasquet. No, not yeah, Gasquet. Tsitsipas as well, but Tsitsipas is s I think with Tsitsipas's backhand, it's not, terrible, but it is very susceptible to being rushed. That's the kind of backhand that this does sound harsh, but it is the kind of backhand that'll keep young players from playing with a one-handed backhand because they see that's kind of their only representation the last couple years is, "Oh, Tsitsipas." And you're telling me what's the benefit? That's what they're saying. Backhand into the net from Andy. All of a sudden, Muller's looking at the break back here. Andy's got to be vigilant, as they say. Got to be. Let's see. Deuce. Misses the first serve again, Andy. Needs to be careful here. Second serve. Forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand slice Muller's a good slice, but Andy gets the back, the forehands. This slices in as well. Volley. Can Andy get there? Oh, he can't. And it's the break back point chance for Muller. He's never gone away. And Muller threatening the immediate break back in the 8th game, and people can't watch. People can't look. Understandably, really. Just when Andy was almost pulling away. Now a chance for the Frenchman to get back in this match. Oh, he missed the first serve as well, Andy. So second serve, big chance for Alexandre Muller. Muller. Forehands, backhands, backhand Muller, forehand of Andy. It's long. No! Muller gets the immediate break back, and just like that, all that was gained is lost. Andy very loose on that forehand, and pays the price. Had a lead in that game and let it slip. 4-all now in the second set. When it was up 4-3 up a break. Andy Murray, what have you done to yourself? Forehand, the backhand of Muller. Forehand Andy. Forehand Muller. Can Andy stay present and attack in this return game? Forehand. Forehand of Muller. Forehand Andy. He's going to come in. Nicely done. Present thinking. Ball drops short. Muller way behind. Just pitching the drop shot. Doesn't need to play an attacking backhand there. Clear thinking. That's what we would like to see. Yeah, this is a very good second set, you gotta say. Very good effort from both guys. SDR saying, no way. What doesn't affect his morale. Miller, wow. He doesn't think that forehand was in. Almost a kind of sad, grimacy smile of like, what is going on with me right now? 15-0. Big forehand. Big moment for Muller. Into the net for Muller, 15-30. Good return from Andy, and Muller can't get the forehand back. 15-30. Can Andy get third break in a row? Backhand. Forehand Muller. Forehand Andy needs to be his best defensive game now, but that's such a good drop shot under pressure, Muller. That is such a good drop shot. Do that down 15-30 is gotta have some cojones. Very, very good. Very, very good. Just massages the forehand over down the line. Gotta respect that. Forehand Muller. Now the backhand of Andy. Backhand slice Muller. Forehand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand of Muller to the forehand of Andy. Forehand drop shot of Muller. Wow! Back-to-back points. Back-to-back drop shot winners. He's up 40-30. What about that? Goodness sake. Done it again. Incredible. Wow. Just can't believe he did that again. Fair enough. And now game point for Muller to really stick the knife in to Andy. Second serve backhand of Andy. Comes in. Half volley pickup. So good. What a pickup from Andy. What a pickup. Right at the shoelaces. He keeps that in. Gorgeous. Look at this again. Oh, so good. Half volley pickup from the gods there, Andy Murray. Deuce. Keeps the backhand in, but that's too good for Muller on the third ball. Backhand winner and advantage. Muller again. Trying to break it 4-3. Imagine being up 5-4. Andy just swipes his racket in frustration. First serve into the net. Second serve, game point. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand slice Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. Forehand of Muller on the stretch. Forehand Andy comes in. Backhand volley. Forehand pass. There's a lob. Overhead. He's going to get there, Muller. Backhand drop shot. It's not in. Wow. Heartbreak for Andy. Had the overhead on his racket. Couldn't put the point away. And now, from up a break, he's now serving to stay in his second set. How quickly things can turn. Dear, oh dear. This could get messy. This could get really messy for Andy. Remember, he's lost 2 matches this year from a set up. And now, serving at 4-5 for his life. It is dangerous. I mean, a very good lob from Muller, but Andy just did not do anything on that overhead. Nothing. Just kept it in. Sloane Stephens, by the way, serving to stay in the match at 4-5, just like she was in the first set. And she got broken then. Pliskova has break point in the third game of the third set there against Kruger. I'll keep you posted on those ones, but Andy Murray needs to just mentally refocus here. It may not seem like, I mean, it's a 250, but he's got to get some wins. He cannot afford to go 0-5 to start the year. Got to stay alive in the second set here. 4-5. These are kind of games that make you sick as a tennis fan. You just make your stomach churn. Here we go. Andy serving at 4-5. Broken his last game. He needs to hold serve now. Serve out wide's good, but Muller almost found a slap shot return winner. Almost, just long. He was off balance, Muller, but almost found a way. Shows you how good he is in those corners. Backhand slice. Backhand Muller. Forehand Muller now into the net. Dirty love. Come on. Come on. 30 love. Needs to hold and put it back on Muller. Now you try and hold serve now. Tense moments in the Qatar capital. Serve out wide's very good. It's been working all day, that serve out wide on the deuce side. And it's 40 love now for the Scot. Backhand. Backhand Murray to backhand. Muller's long. What a hold. What a statement there. He was up a break. He's got broken back, but his next service game, he holds for love. Gives the balls to Muller like, now, can you hold? Can you live to tell the tale in this second set? Because I'm not going anywhere, says Andy. Ba-boom. There we go. That's a statement. There's a statement there. Muller with the ace out wide, and that has some some heat on it. You can do it, Andy, says Nikolaus. Backhand Andy to backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand Andy. Backhand Muller is wide. Andy gets the point. 50-0. Forehands. Andy's going to get there. Forehand of Muller. Now to the backhand of Andy, and that's not good. He gets up there high on the backhand and just completely overdoes it. Cross court. 30-15. Come on. You've got this, says Andy's coaches, but that was a bad miss. Now, can he keep this in? He can't. Too much heat on that serve and goes long for 40-15. Andy's saying really good few months. It's been rough, for sure. 8 out of the last 9 matches he's lost, coming back from last year. There's a missed drop shot from Muller. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Into the net. And it's 40-30. Can Andy squeeze a deuce game out of this 5-0? Let's see. Serve out wide on the ad side. Cracker, but just a fault. Second serve. Backhand. Warner Muller. Backhand of Andy's. Got to win this point. Ah, just such an awful backhand. And now gonna have to serve to stay in this second set at 5-6, and it's gonna be worse for him mentally than the 4-5 game. 'Cause how many bad errors was that in that game? How many bad errors? At least 3, you think. Return error and a couple of those backhands, just pretty awful in that game, you gotta say. Got to say. As Iga Swiatek, I think she must have broke it 4-5 again, did she? She does. Back-to-back sets, breaking at 4-5 against Sloane Stephens. Straight sets in Dubai. There you go, Iga Świątek. Mirroring herself. Wants to get a racket. Strong Muller. He's confident of this third set. Oh dear. Oh dear. Andy has got to serve well at 5-6 and give himself a chance in the second set. Do or die indeed. I mean, this is it. Needs to close out in straights. I mean, how often do we say it? Andy, you need to close out in straights, and then all of a sudden, nightmares happen. Last time you won a straight set match, I mean, Basel last year against Hanfman, even then 7-5, 6-4. It's really not much fun of a match. There's a start. Ace up the tee. Welcome, Jean. Welcome. Welcome back. Hit the like button, guys, if you're new as well, and subscribe. This is so tense. 12th game of the second set. Andy Murray fighting for his life. There's a good serve out wide again. Ace, and a nice serve on the outside. Yeah, and also follow on Twitch as well. As Ban mentions. I sometimes forget that you can do anything on Twitch, you know? Most of the comments from YouTube. There's quite a few people from Twitch every stream. Oh, very good. Jumping out the way in that backhand return, Muller. You gotta respect that. Great return. Great return. 30-15. Muller gets a point on return. 4 first serves in a row. Now the forehand's very good. Can't get the slice back in. Muller, 40-15. Is this going to a third set? We'll see. It's looking like it's going to a tiebreak, but 2 game points for a tiebreak for Andy. Let's see. He was up a break in this second set, remember, Andy? So might have some mental scar tissue, but comes in on the forehand approach shot. You gotta say, both games 4-5, 5-6. Very, very good. Held his nerve well. And now tie-break time in the second set in Doha. First round is nerve-wracking. Very nerve-wracking. Which way is it gonna go? Predictions in the chat. Drop those predictions in. I want score lines. Who's it gonna go to? Who's winning this second set tiebreak? And I'll shout you out if you are correct. I'm saying 7-5 Andy. And Muller wins the opening point. Forehand winner up the line on the approach. 9-7 Andy, says Ban. 7-5 Andy says Jean as well. 7-3 Andy, says Yash. Here we go. Love 1. How can he start this tiebreaker? Forehand to backhand. Backhand Andy to backhand slice Muller. Forehand Andy. Approach shot. Backhand pass. He's missed it. 1-0. 8-6. Murray, says Brian. Can't even look with the tartan hat and the Scotland flag. Can't even look. Understandably. I mean, this set's been such a tight one. Looks almost like a French James Duckworth, Muller. I know this is very kind of tennis-centric in-joke, but that's a good serve from Andy. Doesn't come back, and he's on serve ahead, 2-1. Good. Very good serve there. Here we go. Muller serving. Backhand lands in, and that's very good. Jump backhand winner from Muller. He's not feeling the pressure, it feels like. 2-all. Crazy. Muller is just coming out firing every single point. Backhand. Backhand slice Andy. Forehand of Muller. Forehand of Andy. Longer rally here. Forehand of Andy. To the backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Muller, I think, feeling a little bit more nervous here as he hits a big forehand winner. And then the overhead. He was hitting more passive, but then all of a sudden, the confidence came back. Ball drops short, and a big forehand puts away the overhead. So he's up 3-2 on serve. Andy needs this point. He's not wearing it doesn't have a string dampener, Andy Murray, like stop the vibrations. Interesting. Pointing to that on his strings. Whether that's a factor or not, I don't know. Second serve at 2-3. Needs this point. He's taking his time. Second serve. Not sure what's going on. Restarted the ball bouncing a couple times. Forehand of Muller. Now the backhand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy. Oh, it's paused. No, the stream's frozen. Okay, forehand of Andy. Forehand Muller. Forehand of Andy. The backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand slice Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand slice Muller. Andy's going to get there, is he? He is. Forehand Muller. Backhand Andy. Backhand Muller. Backhand Andy. It's just in. Forehand drop shot Muller. Andy's not going for it. And there it is. The mini break. First mini break of the tiebreak goes the way of Muller. Ah. No, no, no. Not like this, Andy. Not like this. Didn't even go for that drop shot. And now after the change of ends, he has got to win this point. Otherwise, Muller, double mini break. Have so many chances to win this second set. Big point here. Andy needs a first serve. Here we go. 2-4 on the deuce side. Needs a first serve right now. Oh, so close to being an ace. Second serve at 2-4. Backhand. Backhand of Andy. Backhand. Volley from Andy. It's a winner. Come on. Come on. Andy wins his second service point. He's still in the tiebreak, just about. 2 service points coming up. If Muller wins them both, he has 3 set points to take us to a third. Andy has got to break at least one of these service points. Will Muller hit a first serve, especially? That's what's important right now. Will Andy give him a short ball? Second serve for Andy. Second serve at 4-3. Backhand Andy. Backhand of Muller. Backhand of Andy. No! Into the net! Ah! 5-3. Now another must-win point for Andy. Same stuff every match, says Andy. He's got to channel his frustration into winning this tiebreak. Another second serve. He's getting chances. Second serve again. Forehand Andy. Forehand of Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand of Muller. Backhand of Andy. Backhand of Muller. Just in. Back edge of the baseline. And the forehand of Andy. Forehand drop shot of Muller. No, Andy's going to get there. Redrop. Redrop. Andy. Come on. What a redrop. Finally, he claims the drop shot. So often in the match, Muller's hit straight winners off the drop shot, but this time Andy digs underneath it for a winner. Come on. Not done yet. It's not done yet. Needs both service points now. Just won one of them this last two. Needs a big first serve. Serves up the tee. Forehand now. Forehand Muller into the net. 5-all. Come on. 5-all. Huge point. Biggest point of the match. Biggest point of the match right now. 5-all. Second set tiebreaker. Oh my gosh. It's going right to the wire here in the second set. Can Andy find a first serve? He can't. No. Second serve. Oh my gosh. Can't even watch. Backhand Muller. Forehand Andy. Backhand Muller. He's wide. Come on. Match point Andy Murray against serve. But it's match point. Match point Andy Murray at 5-6. Can he get it one right here? Will Muller find a first serve? He couldn't find a first serve the last two service points. I can't even look. He can't find a first serve this time. Oh my gosh. Second serve. 5-6. Match point in the second set. Backhand Andy. Come on! Andy Murray! From a mini breakdown in the tie break. He recovers. He was up a break in the second set. He couldn't get it one. First match of the year that he wins. Come on, Andy. Never fails to make me nervous, Andy Murray. Look at that celebration, how much it means to him. Still getting these wins in his latter 30s. He's still alive. He's still here. Made the final last year in Doha. And now he's got his final defense underway. Come on. Come on. Muller, I mean, incredible effort in that second set and up a mini break in that tie break. And he played very, very well in the second set, especially. First set, he kind of threw it away, but second set really did push Andy all the way to all sorts of limits. In the end, Andy's inevitable. And not only does he get the win, he gets the straight set win in under 2 hours. That is what we're talking about. Andy Murray is back, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Sorry, I got a bit hyped there. Don't normally celebrate that much, but I mean, you got to take what you can get as an Andy Murray fan right now. And Sir Andy Murray is in the second round in Doha. Come on. Welcome, Lexi. Joining the chat late on here. Andy. Welcome, welcome. Come on, Andy. And commiserations to the Muller fans and the Frenchmen and Frenchwoman in the chat. Really did put up a big effort in that second set, you gotta say. That is just so good. So good. And thank you, Gina, for joining us in the chat. It's great to see your support throughout. Always supporting Andy, even when he was down in the dumps in that second set at times. And it looks like he might not finish the match in the first set as well. This is what Andy does. He comes back stronger and he always fights. That's just a guarantee. He will fight till the bitter end, and it just makes it all the more rewarding when he gets these wins. Slight margins in the tiebreaker. And I don't want to brag, but I did get the 7-5 Andy prediction correct, as did Jean. So shout out to you, Jean. Shout out to me for getting that prediction right in the tiebreak. Come on, I mean, when he missed that first serve at 5-0, I did not know what to what to do. I was just couldn't take it. But there we go. Andy Murray gets the win. Thank you guys for joining me for this one. Great to see you guys in the chat, and welcome Ban as well. You're an ever present throughout the match, so great to see you here. And hopefully we see you for some more streams. We've got loads of other commentators as well on the channel. We got loads of new ones. So hopefully you can give them some support as well. And thank you for joining us in the chat. Andy Murray gets the straight set win, first win on the year. He's 1-4 now, but he's got that number one. That's important. That first win. He lost from a setup twice already this year, and finally a straight set win. He's in the second round in Doha. Thank you guys for joining me. Andy Murray, straight sets through in under 2 hours. Bye bye, guys.